afternoon, Instagram family. Coming on here to talk about the importance of remaining in compliance with your state's laws when it comes to your cannabis business, whether it's plant touching or whether it's an ancillary business. So there are many people, surprisingly, who have been approved for licenses and permits, but they still are not operating correctly. They are not operating correctly in accordance with their state and their municipalities or city ordinances when it comes to operating their cannabis or their hemp business. And so this is a huge issue that I have been seeing, that people get permits and they think that just because they have a permit, just because they've been approved, that kind of removes them from accountability of actually remaining in compliance and following the laws. For instance, here in Louisiana, our hemp industry is extremely heavily regulated, which is not necessarily a bad thing at all for the state of Louisiana, because we actually have some very, very progressive laws here in Louisiana in regards to the hemp business, whether it's industrial hemp or whether it's consumable hemp. So for the consumable hemp, dealing with the raw flowers, the tinctures, what is known as edibles, but we call them consumables here. So a lot of people don't know that those who have received their consumable hemp CBD retailer permit, they are actually only able to purchase the products that they're going to retail from licensed Louisiana consumable hemp wholesalers. And that is just not the case. That is not what's going on here. You know, people are getting their CBD consumable hemp retailer permits, and they are buying from internationally, from out of state, and they're buying from companies who aren't registered as foreign LLCs or as foreign corporations in the state of Louisiana, and they don't have their Louisiana consumable hemp wholesaler permit in order to be able to sell to the CBD retail permit holders. So there are actually a lot of CBD retailers in Louisiana who are not in compliance with the industrial hemp laws from the ATC, Alcohol Tobacco Control Board, the Louisiana Department of Health, and the Louisiana Revised Statutes. They're just not following the law. So what really is going on is that the crackdown just hasn't happened yet. You know, this is still a new industry, even though it's ancient, even though it's been here since antiquity. In these days and times, now that we're coming out of that prohibition, y'all, this is technically a new industry, and the regulations are really new. And to be honest, a lot of people in these departments, they don't really know anything about the plant. You know, they know that there are laws out there, and they really haven't been enacting them. So just because you haven't received a stop sale notice from the ATC, or you haven't received anything, any opposition from Louisiana Department of Health, does not mean that you're operating correctly. And so I just wanted to bring that to the light for a lot of the CBD and consumable hemp retailers who are operating in Louisiana, and more importantly, for the out-of-state hemp business owners who are actually technically illegally selling their products in the state of Louisiana. When you are selling any product within the state of Louisiana, y'all, you have to come correct. We have a strict set of rules and regulations and laws that need and shall and must, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, be abided by. And I see that people just aren't doing that. And I don't want people to get in a situation to where, you know, civil fines and fees start piling up, or the civil fines and fees then start turning into criminal penalties. You know, that's not something that anybody wants to do, especially when it comes to actually manufacturing and processing consumable hemp products here in Louisiana without the proper permits, because those carry some very, very harsh criminal penalties. So I don't want anybody to have to go through that. So I just wanted to bring this to light to all my people in the cannabis industry, all my people in the hemp industry. It is an amazing industry, y'all. It's an amazing industry. It's very lucrative. And if you are doing things the right way, we have to do things by the book, y'all. We can't do the hook and crook like how it used to be in the street. When you are dealing with these agencies and these departments and these boards and these commissions, you have to follow their rules, or you can find yourself with a ton. I'm from Louisiana, so beaucoup civil fines and fees, which translates into beaucoup l'argent, which is a lot of money that you will have to pay, or especially if you are out here mixing and making edibles, gummies, brownies, cookies, things like that, and you don't have the proper permit. You know, those are some serious criminal penalties that you can face. So I just wanted to bring this to light to all of my hempsters out there in the cannabis world, that this is an amazing industry. But y'all, you know, you just have to do things by the book. It can cost you your freedom. You know, it can cost you everything that you worked so hard for. Because the more violations you do and you think that you're getting away with it, you're really not. They're really just adding up. So when the crackdown comes, then you're gonna have a whole laundry list of violations and things that you'll have to fight. And who wants to go through that? Nobody wants to have to go through that, especially in this industry, because we know the history of incarceration and all of that comes along with being in the cannabis and hemp industries. So this is Queen, the veiled lawyer with Bell Terrell Law Firm. Definitely wanted to hop on here and let you all know that you may be in violation of Louisiana hemp laws. Both people who are operating within this state, and especially those who are operating out of our state and they're bringing their products here in Louisiana and they're not properly registered. So I don't want anybody to have to go in front of the commissioner, or even worse, have to go in front of the district court in order to fight these charges. So it's just not worth it. When you build that solid legal foundation from the beginning, y'all, you don't have to worry about it when somebody tries to come, or something tries to come and shake up your business. You don't have to worry about everything crumbling and falling down, okay? Because that is just not going to happen if you are doing everything the right way and you have that solid legal foundation from the beginning. So this is Queen, the veiled lawyer with Bell Terrell Law Firm, here to bring you all the news about the cannabis and hemp industry here in Louisiana. Thank you.